All right, so next up we got Ty. Let's talk about your strengths first. Your strength is your coachability. All right, you heard me say something. You're noticeably trying to correct it and get it right. All right, you're becoming a gym rat, which is really good to see. Which, hey, as you get more knowledge and stuff, it's showing on the court that hey, the information isn't enough. I need to get in the gym and make this stuff habit. Um, Another strength is your shot blocking and shot changing. Are you getting much better at that? Your stationary passing with no pressure. All right, got to put an asterisk next to it. So you're becoming a much better passer stationary, especially if it's a design play and you know where you're going with the ball. Is starting to get to where it's supposed to go a lot. We'll see that in film. Some of your weaknesses, I'll put anticipation and IQ um, in that same little category. And of course, IQ, I mean IQ of the basketball game, uh, knowing where to go when, how defenses rotate, just all the things you're learning. So each week you're getting smarter and smarter as you come to more practices, and that's growing. Um, Physicality is a weakness. Not you're not physically strong, you just don't play that way. If you played more physical, I mean, you're at the point now, this tournament we're about to clip up, you had about 16 rebounds a game. I mean, you could easily get 20 if you decided to be more physical. Um, so you're getting the rebounds we get by design, whether it be free throw plays, blocking in, things like that. But there's some that is just like, hey man, if you just move that guy out the way, that's your rebound, and if it's on the offensive end, it's your putback. Um, your defense before a shot is taken, so you're getting a lot better at protecting the rim, erasing mistakes for us. But when it comes to defensive sliding, we're back to anticipating where that pass is going to go next, so you can run through it. Um, it's not there, but it's mainly because of your fundamentals. You play the game super tall, and you need to play the game about 6 inches shorter than what you are, and you just stand too tall, so you're not able to react on time. The other fundamentals that's missing is, a lot of people think of it as, oh, can I do layups? And, they think it on a very surface level, but I'm talking about the fundamental footwork. All right. When you're in triple threat, where does the ball need to be and how do you protect it? Um, your lack of a left hand won't allow you to be elite at some of these fundamental skills like ball handling, um, passing, finishing at the rim. If you don't become stronger with your left hand, then you'll never be able to be considered elite at any of those categories. So don't let your left hand be what holds you back from being elite. Um, and one of the other things that you're starting to learn, it's still a weakness right now, but I see flashes, is understanding that, hey, after we get a shot up or something, you have an immediate responsibility on the other end of the court, particularly the defensive end. All right, so you had some plays where you sprint down, you get back into play, and then you have some where you're kind of just trotting and walking. So let's look at all that in film. The first category we're going to touch up on is toughness. So I'm going to show you some of your toughness plays. And like I said, this tournament I was really proud of the amount of toughness plays you were able to clip together. All right, so let's start with this one. Shot goes up, you're blocking in, bump, bump, and then get your shot. I don't care about the miss. I just care about the fact that normally you would have faded away right here, and this guy got to get, had to get punished a couple times, and then they make the call. Hey, that's a statement early in the game. That's good. Like this, because this is considered a 50-50 ball. We used to not get these. So this guy has to take off the dribble three. We're okay with those. Boom. You you know, just out hustle all those guys for that rebound. First of all, I like that you find somebody, right? Where's somebody I can find a black eye? You didn't find him soon enough. You see, you're under the rim, but that's all right. Boom. We just out working for the ball. Need more of that. All right, same thing here. Find a guy to block out. Go get it. That's tough. Only you can get that. They're not trying to run around you and try to get steals because they see you got it tight. Like I said, I just like the way you're finishing possessions. Look how strong this is. You look like you know what you're doing. And so, it's like, oh, okay, that's his ball. We're not taking it from him. And that's the toughness I need every single time. Snatch it down. I like this one because the footwork at the end, you pivot away from the defense after you get the rebound. Again, another strong one. Two hands, strong. I think you had, number 18 kind of touch your wrist a little bit. That used to squirt out your hand. Now we pivot out, Find somebody to throw to. The type of rebounds I'm telling you, you're getting by design. Like you're being strong with them, but look at you blocking that guy in. Everything, because this is the hot spot. Everything this way is yours, and that's the purpose of blocking in. This is literally how we teach it. All right, really good stuff right there. So this possession is going to lead us into our not so tough highlights. All right, so we go. Kavion actually gets tough on this one, not you though. So you get bumped out, and you're not being relentless. Your heel is almost at the free throw line on this free throw play. So Kavion's toughness. So this guy's bumped you and now has made contact with Kavion. You got to keep fighting, but the ball just kind of squirts out and gets to you because of him. So don't get bumped out. That's what I'm talking about. If you were more physical, these plays wouldn't happen. All right, even though this one ends well. All right, so let's find you. Here you are. You get bumped underneath, and then you don't have strong hands. All right, so we should have a possession. Now, look, don't get me wrong. You're getting us a lot of free and extra possessions, but if you were just being tougher and stronger hands, you would have that. So that's like the tie that I used to see all the time. Now you're starting to limit those plays. All right, and again, these are the rebounds you got to squeeze. Right here, you got to assume that guy's going to come behind you and hit it. You got to like pull down those rebounds like you were earlier. And this is just soft hands away from your body. And you give them a crack at it. This is one of the things I want you to notice. These are advantages. Like our offense, which you set in the screen and getting below guys gives you an advantage. So now, if we don't hit you right here or Kavion don't hit you rolling, on this backside left, you still have inside position. So now you got inside position, but you don't touch this guy. And you got to remember that the offense is helping you get more rebounds. All right. So you got to find a way when you're on your other teams to get in these type of positions. So now you don't touch him. You just stand and he gets that rebound. But that's because he's small, not because anything you did. You just kind of out athlete him. So when we're playing a different team, that's not going to happen. All that guy got to do is give you one little nudge in the back while you're on the ground and you won't get that ball. So you need to be blocking out as if you're on defense and make sure that's a cleaner catch. All right. And luckily that rebound goes straight up. Right? It goes straight up. Most rebounds aren't going to do that. All right. So you're able to get it and put it back. I do appreciate the left hand though. So we're about to move forward into some 2-foot finishes. All right. Pro hops. You and Kavion have definitely taken to this, which is why y'all's field goal percentage has skyrocketed. But, this is the vision I've had for you with your athleticism. If a guy overplays, and that's a guard, then I want you to be able to rip and go by him. Here's the thing. You went by him with your left hand. Body up, patient, and then get a shot. That's how I'm just better than you move. 1, 2, jump over him, score. Man, that's good right there. Right, so here we go with another tough 2-foot finish. Okay, they switch. So the point guard ends up guarding you after the screen. You catch it here. You got strong hands. Normally that ball would have got knocked out. So you fight for the ball, and then you just turn 2 feet, go right over them. Excellent. Without going down the rabbit hole of 1-foot finishes, let's just watch this play and just see the repercussions of coming off one. All right. So now you're way behind the play. They take off, lay up on the other end. So normally you're so athletic. If you come off 2 and you miss, you could get your own rebound. But if you come off 1, jumping away from the basket, how many rebounds you gonna get from behind the backboard? So now our best shot blocker and shot changer is behind the backboard, and they off to the races. Now, yeah, he shouldn't have got by Jacob May and all that stuff, but same time, that's gonna be the repercussion. So we got to get on 2 feet, get into their bodies, go to the line, go get those 2 like we did on all the other possessions. This is a wall up. As soon as that ball's there, get your chest onto that guy and try to maintain contact a little more. All right, so make sure. I mean, the main thing I like is that when they score buckets, every bucket needs to be over the top of us. All right, nothing past our bodies. So that's what I consider walling up. Hey, if he shoots a floater over you, so be it. All right. All right, so we get a decent wall up. That one was okay. And then we go to this wall up. This is a bad one. If you keep your chest in front of him, he can't get all the way to the basket and then get more fouls. But your back is what you're defending. So the back of your head is defending this pole right here. If your chest stays forward and your back is defending the goal, he can't gap you. All right, so that's not walling up. You got to wall up between you and the basket. Let's watch it one more time. See, he scores right between the middle of you. Now we're going to get into the shots that you blocked or changed. We're going to talk about the bad in it, meaning the timing. Like you can't just jump at everything. You got to read when a guy's about to shoot. And right now, you're just jumping regardless. So sometimes guys will Euro step around you and stuff like that. This play is kind of tricky because it has a bad play and then it has a good play right behind it. So let's just watch it. So right here, oh, there we go. Right here, you don't need to jump yet because he still has extra steps and he takes one more step around you. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't bad. He didn't have an extra step. That's why he threw that trash up. All right. And then you run by everybody and go get you a finish. All right. That's good stuff right there. And then here's the next one. And this one's definitely good. But that last one was pretty good because you counted his steps. Now we get a block. So we're erasing mistakes because Tyvon did not wall up. And as soon as you see we got the ball, you run ahead of everybody and then go get that pass. All right, let's back it up to Tyvon's mistake. Tyvon, when this guy drives, you got to keep your chest in front of him. All right, because better players and better teams are going to have a guy waiting down here. So when Ty jumps, they throw it below him. So you can't let them get to that next row. All right, good stuff right there. And then way to run ahead. Way to get on the floor, make sure we end up with the ball, Isaac, and then just go get it. Throw a pass where they just got to go get it. And this is a play where you got to just understand your length. You don't need to leave your feet if you're this close to a guy. He's good. He threw up the pump fake already, and then you jump, and then you let him around you. All right, so that's another timing thing. And if you start fixing this, where you understand what your length does to people, and that's not a shot he can take and make, then you'll be better off. So now, they're in the paint on us. Now this one is easier said than done, but I want this to become part of your habit because if it does, it'll be recruitable. All right, so now you're going to the hot spot, so I see why you didn't block him out. But as soon as you see that ball is bouncing back this way towards this guy, you need to be sprinting towards that ball and have your chest right up against him by the time he comes down with that rebound. Luckily, Isaac's behind you, so Isaac's going to get in there and get hands as soon as he brings it down with the mice and get that steal. But hopefully you see that boom. You should be sprinting to him. Your chest needs to be against his shoulder, walling up. So the next thing he goes back up with is a fadeaway. Hey, another play. This is a live ball turnover, so this guy is on the move. If you can keep your chest in front of this guy, right? He's a pretty good player. You're in position. You just got to keep moving your feet and stay in between him and the basket. And then when guys make a move, they just kind of get around you, and now they're scoring at the basket. Remember, I want him to score over the top. If you can make him shoot a floater by getting deep and giving yourself more reaction time, that'll be better than letting him get by you. Because now he's by you. You didn't move your feet. And then that's a bucket. Got to wall up on that and keep those feet moving. All right, so here's another one. Wall up first, start moving, get a hand on it. That's good. Grant, you got to dive on that ball and get to it. All right, you bending at the waist. We got to come up with those possessions. After we get a block shot, we need these. Y'all keep thinking y'all can bend at the waist and get balls. So now he got to make another play on the ball. All right, good. You do. You stayed in between him, made him score over the top of you. That's good. Way to run your lane. All right, now you're in the hot spot like you've been taught. You didn't touch nobody, so I have no idea why you keep flexing. You didn't hit nobody. And you didn't score over nobody. All right, nobody jumped with you. Maybe you did a little pump fake, but that's not, you ain't body nobody. All right, but hey, good possession on that. Way to be in the hot spot. All right, I like this. This is one of your use your length blocks. You didn't even really jump. That's what I'm saying. Like you need to make sure you see the effectiveness of your length. You don't have to jump out of position and out of rebounding position to block shots. Sometimes just use your length, wait for timing. That's perfect. You see him gather, now you jump. All right, that's good right there. So this next section is more about your patience and your court awareness. Leon's doing a good job of denying their best player the ball, which, hey, if he does that, that's going to make their next player have to catch it, and that person might make a mistake. And you have active hands. You know the guy's going to cut corner. There we go. We're pushing. And then right here, you kind of realize, like, hey, they got three guys back. No good's really going to happen to that. Let me just pull it out, show some patience, and then get the ball out and run a set. All right, you used to attack that no matter what without looking up the floor. So that's big growth to me. We get to save this possession. Love this one. I told you it's about awareness and patience. You realize that, hey man, I'm just better than this guy that's guarding me. I used to not like when Isaac and them threw you the ball this far from the basket, but now that y'all know how to body up, dribble in, not come off one foot, boom, you land, patience, body him up, get some space, then shot. All right, so let's watch that again and fast. All right, that guy helps. Isaac throws it early. One dribble, body up, get you some space and finish. That's great patience. All right, made the game look easy. The opportunities I want you to be aware of is like when you're running lane, you're up here. Know when you're open, right? So like nobody's really near you. Like if you space out, catch it, pump fake and go, that's one thing, but let's not even worry about that right now. Now you're even more open, all this space here, and you're not mindful of the opportunities that you might be able to have. So now your back is turned to them, and I just don't feel like you knew you were open. So even here, Kavion gets the ball. You should know that this guy helps. You're wide open. So you never even cut to space for a layup. So now Kavion got to make a play. So let's watch that in fast. Look at your opportunities. All right, not aware that you're even in a position to score. And if you start sealing, right? Like if you seal somebody, then you'll definitely be open. All right. So let's make sure we have court awareness to take advantage of those opportunities. Hey, look, I know you're not in the position a ton, but you still got to understand spacing. Grant's cutting across. You got to know that y'all can't be in the same vicinity and let this guy guard both. All right, now we need patience from Isaac too. He just needs to swing it back and not throw this because this is too dangerous of a pass. But you're not ready to help out because of the poor spacing. So even if you're not used to this position, you still got to learn how to space the floor so we don't have two guys in the same spot. All right, again, that's more court awareness. I put this as an awareness not just for you, but for everybody. This is what we got to realize. Isaac has caused so much havoc that the coach is now putting two screeners on him up top. So let's let it play. So now they got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys at half court. That's our dream right there. So now we could come up and bring our zone higher because we recognize that there's only one guy back, right? And we could go and trap that. All right. So what we're trying to read is Kavion stays middle. And you have to get this next easiest pass far over here. And Grant left the trap. There's no need to leave the trap, Grant. We got two guys right there. Nonetheless, they hit middle. So now, since you know everybody is ahead of you, you're just one-on-one with this guy. All right? And until this guy cuts, you just guard him one-on-one. You don't need to back off of him. All right? So you good. Slide your feet. Make him score over the top. They call a foul. Here's another one. Right here, you can't try to get a clean rebound and just outrun him. What you got to do on this is you got to body into him. Court awareness. You know this guy is right behind you. If you run up this way into him, remember, they shot the free throw. If it goes out, it's our ball. And then also you could body him out so you could get the rebound clean, but you're trying to run and not touch anybody. And you need to be running into this guy. All right, so let's just be mindful of that. That's court awareness in my opinion, and that shouldn't have been a close play. All right, so this section is going to be about your passing. It's much improved. I'm telling you, when you're a stationary passer, um, you're pretty accurate. Now, here's the thing. It always comes from your right, the right side of your body, right angle, because you're right-handed. So we got to learn to sweep the ball, create better passing angles, pass with our left, so on and so forth. But these are good because if you see it, you'll get it to them. All right, so they're hedging the ball screen. You see this guy come up and help. So if they're hedging the ball screen and coming over, that means Kavion's going to be open. You know that now. We've practiced that enough. There's Kavion. Perfect pass right to him. All right. This is nice. All right. I like this one because you're lifting all the way from the corner. The ball gets thrown away from you. So you actually don't even see Kavion yet. So you kind of got to turn around and realize what's going on, right? You're protecting the ball and you still hit him for the open layup. All right. That was pretty impressive. Reverse pivot. Hit the guy for the cut. All right, so this is gonna be the last one. Y'all, you and Kavion connected on probably 5 others, but we're not going to keep showing this over and over. But this is where I'm glad our offense have gone. It doesn't just go into a reverse thing. They got to literally guard everything all the time. So we pass it, boom. That's in even a tighter window. Kavion should have finished with his left, but again, when they go, Kavion's out, and you're seeing that. So as a stationary passer, you're really good, and that was a big bucket at a crucial time. Love it. This clip is a not so good passing, but here's the difference. When there's ball pressure on you, I mean, it's like most people. Their percentage goes down, their efficiency goes down with ball pressure, but you got to learn to be better against it. So y'all run this play. This shows good hands. They're high, good hands. All right, you don't get it, but then you get the ball. There's people around you, and you just throw it away. All right. So with all these bodies, you got to be able to step around, pivot, and throw it on a line and be accurate. Because if you are, nobody's around her. All right. So let's clean that up. So these clips are you showing multiple efforts. All right. This is basically a big, long highlight tape of you. All right. So this is good stuff. He goes, gets to the middle. You change or block his shot. I'm not sure which one happened. They get the ball again. Goes around, he got to score around you or over the top of you, and he can't do it. And then you look up the court and throw a strike to Grant. All right, we smoke it, but hey, this is, again, that's good. You don't foul, you're big. He got to make a layup over the top and then have the vision to get over the top and throw a really good pass. Great stuff, man. Another multiple effort. Hey, you're showing, you do a good wall up, you go vertical, he actually made a good pass. Then you jump again. And then you save us another possession. All right, so let's back that up. There's the wall up. Boom. All right, they throw it off. Jump again. Change his shot as well. Let this video play. Let's watch all this back to back. All right, so you start off. Grant drops the ball. 50-50 ball. Let's come up with it. Boom. We're going to the line. All right, so now you shoot your free throw. You miss. Hey, it happens. We got to get back on defense. Look how you sprint back. You're sprinting. And then look at this. You're pointing at Isaac to go get that next pass because you're a better rim protector. Great decision. So let's back it up. So not only are you running back on defense, your IQ's growing to where you're telling people where to go. So you point Isaac over there, change this shot, jump again, get another rebound. All right, so now we're pushing it. So instead of them scoring 2 points on the other end because you walled up and protected, now we're shooting free throws. All right, so we missed another free throw. Again, let's watch how you're running the floor. Sprint. These are all back-to-back possessions. Change a shot. All right, now we're going the other way. All right, we're sprinting up. And now all of a sudden we get a corner three. You block in. You go get that extra possession. And now we get another attempt at the basket. All right, and you run the space. Isaac just didn't throw a bounce pass on time. But I like this run back. All right, so you get a post up. Well, you don't get a lot of opportunities at that, but hey, you miss. Look how you sprint back. So now you're already back, so you can see the whole floor. If you jog back, you can't see that. So now you can react to whatever situation is necessary. So he drives, get your block shot. That's good stuff. Plays like this is how runs are made. So we get an attack, you wall up, he has to do an unorthodox layup, right? All right, you're still there. Isaac gets on the ball, gets us the possession. So now, hey, our ball handling's getting a little better. We can see a little bit on the move. We get a finish. All right, and this is how you blow teams out, you know. You make this run, get multiple efforts, boom. You're ready to wall up again. If he would have got past them, he still got to run into you. And because of that, we pick up the ball one more time. Grant's running his lane. Quick 4 points in like 25 seconds. I want you to see how you're using the advantages the offense gives you too. All right, so Isaac sets this rub screen for you. You come off, and now you're ahead of this guy, right? Well, that man had to help, so now you're blocking in, battling, right? Kavion battles. He gets on the floor. You still got inside position. Step out of 3 seconds for a moment, right? Because you know you're going to get a 3-second call. You've been in there the whole time. Shot goes up. You block in. Boom, you don't get it. Multiple efforts. Hey, and that was big. That's what put us down by 1 in the championship game. Effort. Final clip right here. I'm putting this up because it makes the whole team look good. Isaac has a bad turnover, right? Throws it too far. Sprints back, attacks the ball. Boom. Kavion turns it, brings it up the court, attracts everybody. throws it to a good 3-point shooter. So now it's a battle for that ball, 50-50. Come up with it. Ty drops it off to Kavion. All right, so now this is the same possession. We get back. They just put their head down. All right, give me that. All right, now we're off. And we're taking off again. So this is just really good, just really good team ball. But as a result, everybody's starting to do their job a little bit better. My goal is for, you to start being better at a triple threat and attacking yourself from the perimeter. We're going to grow to that. Continue to protect the rim, run back quickly, right? And as your passing continues to evolve and get better, you can start making your game look a lot more recruitable. All right. Now that left hand does have to get better. Finishing, passing, ball handling, all that. So you're not limiting yourself. But this was a really good tournament for you. I think once I averaged it out, your average was about 22 points and like 16 rebounds. And there was one game where you had 8 blocks. Most of them you had about 3 or 4 in. So again, you're growing. I want more aggressiveness, and I want you to watch this video multiple times so you can see what you need to duplicate and some of the stuff that you need to, get rid of and put in some better habits in place of it. All right, great stuff, man.